Geez, better check my emails here. Oh God, another one from Caleb Kosterky. Caleb, I've told you 100 times how to do bow ties and hopovers. I can't help you anymore, bud, okay? You gotta figure it out. Oh, geez. Yeah, you guys scared me there. Whew. Well, anyway, since you're here, I figured I may as well give you guys some tips for the beginners out there that want to get into making videos to share with their friends and family of their riding. I've been doing this for about 30 years now. Started in high school on my journey to become a professional mountain biker. Kind of made it. So if you want to start editing videos and you want some tips and tricks to save you time, keeping it simple and fast, stay tuned because I'm going to give you my top 4 tips for making that happen. Okay, you guys, tip number 1 is to be aware of how much and when you're filming. A lot of people will go up, they just got their GoPro and they just hit record and let it go until it dies. 2 things about this. 1, it's gonna take forever to upload. We're trying to keep it simple and save time, especially if you're filming in 4K, it's gonna take forever to upload that footage. Second thing about this tip is remember, you've gotta go through it all now. So if you've got hours of riding and nothing special, you're gonna have to sift through all of that footage to try and find those banger shots put into your video. So you wanna just be aware when you're recording, get something that's good, exciting, and interesting, and I wouldn't record too long. I like to keep it short and sweet when I hit that record button. All right, tip number 2 is gonna be how you initially organize your clips. So if when you're up on the mountain, you're good about recording and getting things that are exciting and not just having tons of boring footage, you're gonna remember those really killer banger shots that you got, and you're gonna wanna find those first. So a guy jumping or a crash or a killer climb, something that's just like, this is the best footage I got of the day. You're gonna have a couple of those. So you wanna find those first, make sure they turned out well, and pull them down and put them into your timeline, because you know you're gonna be using them, so why not have them there ready to go? And then how we're organizing this is then the rest are just kind of filler shots that you're gonna put around those. All right, you guys, tip number 3 is gonna be matching your movie to your music. I'm gonna show you how to do that, and when you do, it really pulls it together, makes something exciting to watch, and gives it a really high-end feel that your friends and family are gonna really enjoy. And then tip number 4 is going to be my top 4 editing tools that I use. It's super simple, it's quick and easy, but extremely effective and making a nice high-end feel in your video. So let's share a screen. Let's start putting these tips to work so you see how it all comes together. And then you go out and make some, tag me in it because I'd love to see what you guys come up with. All right, let's dive in. Guys, here we go. We are live now on my screen. So tip number 1 was, being conscious of when you're hitting record and when you're not. So I know that all these shots have got some pretty good action in them and are worth using in the edit. So now, first things first is I remember some of the bangers throughout the day that I want to make sure I find, and I'm going to pull those down and I'm going to put those into my timeline down here first, and we'll get started. All right, there you go. I've got all my banger shots that I wanted to put in the film. We've got a sick jump here. This is a pretty good sender. Woo! These are all the killer banger shots we got. And now I'm going to pick my song out. So let's get a song and put it down here on our timeline. All right, we've got our song in our timeline now, and I really like this one because I like songs that have a build up to it and then a big hit, and that's when you usually drop like the coolest thing that happened that day. You can kind of hear what this sounds like. All right, now we've got our song at the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 of my top 4 editing tools, and that's going to be the background and then the cross blur. All right, there we go. We've got our background, our cross blur. You can see how it's kind of fading in. We want to have something really cool happen with the timing of that music. So what I'm going to do now is just grab some B-roll footage that I took and make that cross blur, blend into that footage, and then have a banger hit right when the music hits. So let's do that now. All right, there we go. I added in my first banger shot right when the music hits. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, all right, so we got that. Now what we want to do is cut this out right on the beat. All right, which it already is, perfect. All right, now I'm gonna keep adding these banger shots, and I'm gonna cut and splice them, or split them, right on the beat. You can see the sound waves here. So I'm gonna do that now, and you can see what that looks like. All right, there we go. So I've split these clips on the timing of the music, and that really helps them play off each other and suck the viewer in. So here's what that looks like. All right, now you've noticed right here, this is where the music changes. Was this a bridge or something? I don't know, but it's, you know, it's not that like boom, boom, boom intro. It mellows out, it's more consistent of a tone, and that's where it's good to add a filler. So what I'm gonna do is put some fillers in here now, which are just, you know, your powder turns or climbs and things that aren't just like a, you know, a single impact, jump, hit, bow tie, hop over or something. So I'm gonna add those now so you can see what that looks like. All right, there we go. So now I've added all my clips. I've spliced the music in. I've made kind of the mood of the writing match the music, and that's what all these are. These are all split clips where you can kind of see they line up with the music waves here, and that's what really ties them together. And the last thing now is just going to be an easy outro. That's going to involve kind of the same thing as the intro. We're going to do a black background, a transition, and taper the music off. So we'll do that now. You see what that looks like. All right, so now you can see what that looks like here with the outro. We've got the black background, transition. We've split this clip right on the money. Let's see. All right, now let's see what we've got. Full screen, baby. Here we go. Oh, got to start it from the beginning, of course. Oh. Steven, where'd your sled go? There you have it. Killer little edit right there. As you can see, I used all of the top 4 editing tools that I mentioned. The split clip, which you can see here, all of them are split right on the waves of the music, and that's what really helps tie this together and really give it a sweet, awesome visual audio vibe. We did the speed adjustments in a couple places, the slow-mo for the jump. I've got when Steven takes a header right into the snow there, and some others. Transitions, you know, I've used them in the video. Obviously in a long one you use them more, but here we've got them in the intro and the outro. There's our transitions. And then the last one was the black background, and those as well I have in this video in the intro and the outro. But you know, you can use them also right in the middle when the music dies and fade to a black, and when it hits, the video comes back on. So lots of different ways to use these, but for the sake of keeping it short and sweet, that's it. Yeah, hopefully this video turned out well and it's helpful to some people. There's a lot that goes into it. Video was a lot harder to do than I thought it would be, but hopefully, like I said, that helps some people out. If you like this, you guys want me to dive more into these edits or how-to on this video stuff or camera settings and whatnot, leave me a comment, drop me a message, let me know, because I enjoy making content that you guys like watching. So until next time, you guys stay safe out there.